superhero landing. Hey guys, Tim here and welcome to Trigger Airsoft. I'm, as I've said, Tim, your host of TriggerTV, and we have Lee behind the camera. Say hello, Lee.
Hello, Lee.
Ah, he said it. Glorious. So what are we going to do today? Do you know what we're doing, Lee?
Yes.
Yes, he does. Today we're reviewing the Northeast Airsoft Sten Mark II gas blowback. Gas blowback. Gas blowback. So what is the history behind the Sten Mark II? Well, if we look back in our history books and Wikipedia and Google, they mentioned something along the lines, don't completely quote me on this, but during the time of World War II, when Germany had invaded the greatest of Britons, Great Britain, and when the British were running out of ammunition and bullets, as also another word for ammunition, they couldn't rely on the Americans because those Thompsons got expensive. The Thompsons were actually safe for the Americans for the year later they arrived to help the Brits. And so they decided to make the Sten Mark II out of stamped steel, the same stuff, I say, the same stuff as like the pots and, they didn't use pots and pans, but they made the Sten Mark II out of stamped steel, which is why it gives it this amazing weight. Northeast Airsoft did a really good job, and all the rivets and like the welding is there, much like the real steel version. Obviously on the real steel version you don't get the made in Taiwan because that would be unrealistic, but they did a really good job on this. It weighs just over 3 kilograms. Now it does come with a really weightiest 32 round mag, a gas mag of which you fill from the bottom. Now there is a grate valve in there, so there is no gas expulsion once you insert the gas. You can hold it for a good 10 to 15 seconds, which is amazing, and inserting the BBs is actually not that difficult. It's incredibly easy. So way back when, Mark Hastings, and I'm just ad-libbing here, said that this was highly unreliable, prone to jamming, and inaccurate beyond 30 meters. Inaccurate. And it wasn't suitable for guerrilla warfare. No guerrillas were harmed that I know of. You know, I should check the history books. But that being said, I don't feel like the Airsoft version was made for shooting anything beyond 30 meters anyway. If the real steel version was unreliable, then this one could potentially be unreliable. It is a CQB replica. Now we're going to test the Sten Mark II because we can and we must. First, charge. It is an open bolt. There is no bolt locking system, so it's just going to keep on going even if it runs out of BBs. Right. It's not the most comfortable. It wasn't built for comfort. So let's hold it like so. It sounded like a car revving when it comes to nitrous. Now, if you were to disassemble it, there is an amazing YouTuber out there, a French YouTuber, Neo035, who shows you how to disassemble the Sten Mark II. Now, I wouldn't want to do that in front of you right now because I know for a fact that bits and bobs would be flying all over the place, and I wouldn't want you to see that. And we would like to sell this particular Sten Mark II. He also shows you how to adjust the hop, but what you need to do is remove the shroud and then the outer barrel, and then you could adjust the hop with a dial. Now all this would be done in his video. If you'd like to watch that, you can click on the link below because he describes how one would go about putting this all together or separating it. Depends on how you like to do it, honestly. Now the Sten Mark II wasn't exactly designed for comfort. They needed it out onto the field ASAP. So as you can see, everything metal is just there just to be there. For example, the handle is there just so you can grip it. The stock is there just to press against your shoulder. The magazine is there just to hold, or you could, there's a little grip here so you could hold it like so if you would need to. And there is a front and rear sight. The front sight is like a little pyramid and the rear sight is just a metal piece with a hole in it. And I think Northeast Airsoft did a really good job working on this replica. It looks absolutely beautiful. Everything about it is stunning. The trigger guard, the supposed grip, the stock. You buy the Sten Mark II because you want to get the Sten Mark II. You don't want this because you want to beat your best friend who has, say, the VFC Avalon Saber, or the Crytek M4, or a Systema PTW, or the Classic Army Microgun. You don't buy this to beat those. You buy it because you love the replica itself, which is why we appreciate this gun. We appreciate the Sten Mark II because of its unique style. And it's British. And it makes me feel more British holding this, actually. And that's what I love about it. This thing is magnifico. And if you would like to pick one up, you can go online to our online store at www.triggerairsoft.com, or you can come by the shop, because Lee and I, and he also did a circle behind the camera, because Lee and I and Marsh are super cool, right guys?
Super cute.
Super cool, super cool. So don't be afraid to swing on by. You guys are awesome. This is TriggerTV, and I'll see you on another gun appreciation video.